Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this one says, "Hey, Mr. Locario, I would like to get your intake on this. I was having a long debate with my friend about monogamous relationships versus open relationships, and I was discussing why open relationships work best for everyone than monogamous relationships. Now, I don't mean to get really off topic, but please follow me here. My philosophy is that compared to other animals, we are the only conscious beings that constantly contemplate our own existence and happenings. When we contemplate, we ask questions saying, what is this? What is that? What is the relationship between this and that? Why did this happen? How did this happen? Rather than being present to now. We are obsessed with control and try to fathom the unfathomable. I can't even say that word. Labels and even words only exist because human beings created it based on their own interpretation or perception of what that label should mean and what the word should be for it. They have now used these words and labels as force and law to operate collectively as a society, even though these words and labels are just based on their own perception. We are naturally unique, unorderly, free beings who think that we need to be controlled. So we try to strive towards being organized and controlled. Then we grab all these words and labels like black, straight, and gay to discriminate because it's emotionally profitable and it makes us feel secure with the label we give ourselves and other people give us. The reason I say we're unorderly beings is because no matter what label we have, we will do things that go against that label in our lifetime. A good example is talking in terms of dating. Girls would say they're loyal and innocent and they're not a slut, but then go against those labels by cheating or doing slutty things. Likewise, dudes would be deemed as bad in society. We are beings of hypocrisy. We don't have any labels, words, or definitions. We just do things. We're not black, gay, straight, loyal, or even sluts. We just are what we are. So we try to be orderly by saying, if you don't do this, you're not black. If you do this, you're gay. If you do this, you're a cheat or a hoe or a bad person. But I ask, who decides this? The truth is there is no right or wrong. There is no such thing as morals being an absolute thing. It's all based on perspective and the circumstances that influence your perspective. But to get more specific in terms of the topic, I believe the truth is we all stem from an open relationship. But because we're so obsessed with control and being orderly, monogamous relationships was created, which I would call a prison relationship. In a monogamous relationship, you have this massive contract that come along with being in that type of relationship, and you have to stick to them as morals. I believe we are all sexual beings, and no matter what it is, we all have sexual desires. Them desires and wants have now been hindered to function as monogamous couples. Is that really true love, though? What also does not make sense to me, based on my own perspective, is that monogamous relationships most of the time don't end up lasting. In fact, it doesn't at all, because everything is temporary. You either break up or one day end up dying. That's exactly what I say all the time. But anyway, so either way, you end up having to end up moving on. So you're back to square one again, which is being in an open relationship by seeing other people. Then you find that so-called one again, and you close your relationship again for a certain period of time and have all the rules and morals. Example, you should not be seeing other people. If you do, you are cheat and you're a bad person. But before you met, even while you were seeing each other, you were pretty much fucking with other people apart from or including yourself before you were official, which comes back to the same conclusion. You're unconsciously in an open relationship that you're trying to control, which you can't really control. If you get what I'm saying, I would just like to get your perspective on this since you're in an open relationship. Sorry for the long paragraph. All right. Woo, man. That was long as hell, but you had some excellent points. You feel me? And, people ask me about this all the time, about open relationships and all this other stuff, and and monogamy, and a lot of people are confused. A lot of people don't understand open relationships. A lot of people think that monogamy is the only way to go. So there's different ways that people see these things and understand them. But see, the thing that people have to understand is, and like you were saying in this email, is that a lot of this stuff that we do, we've been taught to do, right? And so a lot of stuff is also a social construct. So when we talk about monogamy, right, that's a social construct. Even when we talk about the labeling it monogamy or labeling this or open relationship, the labels within itself are social constructs. It's just something we call these things, right? But what's happening is that there's actual things happening based off of what we're calling it, right? Now, I'm not the type of person who says, hey, monogamy is bad, open relationships is great, or open relationships is bad and monogamy is great. Whatever you feel like you want to do, you need to do, and you need to, do your thing. But you should be authentic with doing your thing. See, the problem with monogamy, though, is that most people have not chosen to be monogamous. So what I mean is that there's a lot of people who are monogamous by default, meaning they didn't know there was any other way to be. You understand, when it comes to relationships. But see, the thing is, people are confused about it because when you mention an open relationship to a person who's strictly monogamous or just has never had any experience, being in an open relationship or even knowing someone in an open relationship, it doesn't make any sense to them. They think you're crazy. They're like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why be in a relationship if you're gonna be with someone else? You see what I'm saying? But so they're thinking on that same level of what a monogamous relationship is and trying to carry that over to an open relationship, right? See, the word monogamous is, it means one union. So mono is one and gamous means union. One union and one unit, something like that, right? You can double check that in Google if you need to, right? So the thing is that when a person is in a monogamous relationship, it's supposed to be just that person and their significant other, right? The thing with open relationships is that you are with your significant other, that other person, plus you're also seeing other people, right? So in my open relationship, right, I have my wife, and then I have a girlfriend, and then I see other women, right? So what makes it hard for people to understand is that, because people will say, oh, but that's not a relationship. That's not a real relationship. You just have a fuck buddy relationship with your girl. And that's not a real relationship. You see what I'm saying? And then we go back to that same, discussion of thinking that the only way to have a relationship is to be in a monogamous relationship. But again, this is conditioning. This is what you've been taught, and this is what you know. So if you're in that thought process of thinking the only way to have a relationship is to be monogamous, right, then these other things aren't going to make sense to you, right? So I have a lot of guys that ask me, they're like, but Mr. Lucario, does, your wife, so you allow your wife to go and fuck with other guys? Yeah, my wife dates other dudes, and I date other women. You see what I'm saying? Now, the thing that a lot of guys especially don't get, because I hear this a lot from guys. So they'll say some shit like, they're like, so you, how do you feel about, your wife fucking with another guy? Like, she's having sex with another guy. That means that, they're doing all this shit, and then she's coming back to you. How do you feel? Like, how you going to do that? That's crazy, right? So my thing is, I always ask them this. Okay, so if you're monogamous, right, how do you know that the girl you're with isn't doing that with another guy, right, before she comes see you? So how do you know your girlfriend, before she came to meet you to go to the movies or whatever the fuck you doing, how do you know she just didn't come from another guy's house and had sex with him? Now, the reason why I say this, and I've talked about this plenty of times, the reason why I say this is because you know, a lot of guys are naive when it comes to dealing with women and how women operate, right? And the reason why I'm even bringing this up about, you know, your girl, yes, your girlfriend, or some, you know, the girl that you're with right now. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because myself, and not only myself, but some of my close friends, we would do this shit a lot back in the day. Most of the women that I was having sex with back in the day had boyfriends. Most of them. You understand? So I would be fucking a girl a few hours before she's about to go meet up with her man. I was one time having sex with a girl while she was on the phone with her boyfriend. Like, her boyfriend called, she picked up the phone while I'm hitting it from the back. You understand what I'm saying? I had a time where, and I was crazy. I don't suggest you guys do any of this shit because you can, you know, it's not safe. But I remember back in the day, there was this one chick I was messing with who was engaged. Like, this chick's about to get married. Engaged. I went over her house where she lives with her fiance. Her fiance was away on a business trip or some shit, right? He was out the country. And I'm fucking this woman in her fiance's bed. You understand? So when I talk to you guys who are monogamous, and you're saying to me, you're like, how the fuck you let your girl do some other dude or blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, see, the only difference between me and you is that I know it's happening. You understand? And I'm not naive to the fact that it happens. Now, you might be saying to yourself, not my girl, but yes, your girl, because a dude like me is fucking your girl. You understand what I'm saying? And even if your girl is like, oh, I would never do that to my man, blah, 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 blah. What happens is that girl, your girl, just hasn't met a dude like me that will get her to fuck. Now, you know, I'm not saying this to scare you guys. I'm saying this to bring you to reality. So just like my man in the email said, he was like, yo, you know, it still goes back to the default of open relationships, because when you're in a monogamous relationship, you are allegedly, allegedly you guys are faithful. Allegedly. I'm just saying, you know, because you never know, right? Now, even before that, let's take it before this girl even becomes your girlfriend, right? You're still in or doing open relationships in most cases. And I talked about this on another video, is that when you meet a girl, let's say you meet a girl next week off of Tinder or some shit, or at the bar, you get her information, y'all go out, y'all hang out, you know, you might have sex with her that night. You might hang out with her again next week. That girl is fucking other dudes, right? And you most likely are fucking with other chicks. So you're basically doing the exact same shit that a person who's in the quote unquote open relationship is doing. Now, once you're in that monogamous relationship, you close it. You say, okay, well, it's just me and this one girl. But what happens is, like I was saying before, is that your girl can be fucking some other dude. Just like when you cheat on your girl, you're fucking some other chick while you're in a monogamous relationship with your girl. You see what I'm saying? So with the open relationship, it's like, let's cut the bullshit and just, you know, let's keep it all out in the open. Because what I told my wife was, I said, listen, you know, when we first got together, this is what happened. My ex-girlfriend, you know, I was with her and we were in a monogamous relationship. And the thing was, I kept cheating on her. Now, to my knowledge, she never cheated on me, but, you know, I highly doubt she didn't cheat on me. You understand? And I'm not saying this to say everybody's cheating, but I'm saying that most likely they are, right? So I cheated on my girl maybe like 15, 16 times, okay? Not 15, 16 times with the same chick. I'm talking about 15 different women. You understand? And so when me and my ex-girl broke up, right, I got with who's now my wife, and we were dating. And so at a certain time, we were just chilling, dating. I was doing my thing. She was doing her thing with other dudes. I was doing my thing with other chicks. So we weren't exclusive. So then she was like, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. I want you to be my boyfriend. So I said, okay, cool. But I was like, listen, I want you to know that I might, I want to keep this open because I don't want to bullshit you. I'm going to want to probably at some point have sex with another woman. And she said to me, that's cool, because I might want to do, the same shit. I might want to have sex with another dude. So I said, perfect. Let's make this shit pop. Let's make it happen. Right? So now, see, the hard part for guys to understand, because I know some of y'all are listening and like, oh my God, that's crazy, right? The hard part for some of you guys to understand is that you do not own the pussy. You don't own the vagina. Right? See, you got dudes that's out here, like that talk about they get chicks and they make this shit happen, and they'll say goofy shit like, oh, I own this bitch. That's my bitch. I own her. She does whatever I want her to do, blah, yada, yada, yada. Or you got these goofy niggas getting chicks to get their name tattooed on them. You understand? They got a chick with they're like, oh, I got this girl to tattoo my name on her, and it's all ego shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so what you got to understand is that you don't own the pussy, because I seen some comment where some dude was like, he said, oh, how you going to be in an open relationship? That's crazy. What if some other dude comes through and tries to holler at your girl and steals your girl from you and blah, blah, blah. And you know what I say to that? I tip my hat to that player, okay? So be it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because guess what? You could be in a monogamous relationship and some other dude can come through and holler at your girl, and then she can leave you for him. And what you going to do, cry? No, you tip your hat to that player. Like, all right, cool, you do you. Now, I'm not saying that it ain't like, you probably be a little bit sad, like, damn, my girl left me for some other nigga, blah, 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 whatever. But you got to understand, that's the reality of the situation. That's the game right there. And what you got to understand is that you don't own anybody. See, that's the interesting part about an open relationship that you realize. And that's the illusion that monogamous relationships have, where you think this is yours. You understand? It's even in the way we talk. This is my girl. That's my woman. Right? So it's like this possessiveness shit. You understand what I'm saying? See, I always said that the best position to be in is to be a side chick or a side dude. Because when you're a side chick and a side dude, the reality hits you all the time that you don't own shit. See, when you're in a monogamous relationship, you have the illusion that you own this woman or this is your woman. You understand? When you're a side dude, you fuck her from time to time, or if a chick is a side chick, she fucks with the dude from time to time, but she doesn't have that same access as the person who's in the main relationship. So when that person in the main relationship is a monogamous relationship, they have the illusion that they are, that this person is theirs. So what happens is that when that person cheats, or when that person, finds somebody else attractive or whatever it is, it's like you feel this loss. You're like, damn, this is fucked up. How could you do this to me? Yada, 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 because you're so attached and you have that thought process of this person being yours. You understand? But see, the thing is that I'm not here to promote open relationships. What I promote is you doing you. So you got to figure out what you like to do. You understand? See, I like open relationships. I like to be able to fuck other chicks. And it's not even just fucking other chicks. I like to actually engage fully with other women. Meaning, I like to have full experience with another woman. You understand? Because I don't like the idea of me talking to another girl, just talking, we're just having a conversation, and I am attracted to her, and I want to kiss her, and I want to hang out with her, and I want to, talk to her more, and having the feeling that I can't because of a contract saying, a verbal contract or whatever you want to call it, saying that I can't do this because I'm with this girl right here, because I'm with my girlfriend or with my wife. I can't fuck with another chick. I don't like that, because the way that you got to understand, when we talk about relationships, and you always hear people say, I'm looking for the one, I'm searching for the one. What people don't understand is that the one is you. You understand? If you want to find the one, just look in the fucking mirror. That's who the one is. So when I'm having a relationship with someone, I am sharing an experience with them. You understand? So I'm sharing an experience with my wife. She's sharing an experience with me. I don't own her. She doesn't own me. So at any moment, she could leave. At any moment, I could leave. Right? What makes relationships interesting is the fact that you have two people, or even multiple people, depending on which relationship you're in, who's deciding to say, I want to spend and share time with you. But see, the difference between the monogamous and the open is that the monogamous relationships, in a lot of cases, have this illusion of ownership, where the open relationship, by its, practice, doesn't, or it shows that it doesn't. You understand? Because it's open. Right? So I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just giving you the perspective of an open relationship, and for, you guys to understand this. And, I just wanted to sort of shed some light on the aspects of open relationships. You understand? Because, some guys ask me, they're like, so, you don't get jealous that your girl is with some other dude and blah, blah, blah. And I got to be honest, I've never really gotten jealous. The only thing that I would have an issue with, or I used to have an issue with, was at first when I started this whole open relationship thing, I would be just concerned about the safety. You understand? And, what I noticed, like, as far as safety, meaning like my girl fucking with another dude who's a loser. You know what I'm saying? Or he's on some bullshit. Right? But what I noticed is that the fact that she's been with me and I instilled some game in her, I didn't really have to worry about that. You understand? Like, I didn't have to worry about that type of shit. See, a lot of this is hard for some of you guys to wrap your head around. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, God damn, this is crazy. I could never do that. I can't think about no guy, being with my girl. Well, you ain't got to think about it, but guess what? It's most likely happening. So even you guys, yes, you guys in the monogamous relationships, that shit could be happening to you too. Don't think it's far-fetched. Don't think, oh no, my girl would never. Trust me. Even if she ain't fully fucking a dude, she's either making out with some nigga, she's spending time with some other nigga, she's doing something. That shit happens a lot. You'd be surprised. And I've been that dude. I'm telling you, because dudes is like, oh, you gonna have some dude's dick residue on your girl and blah blah blah, and niggas DNA be all up in your chick, and I'm like, yeah, and they're all up in your chick too. The girl that you're gonna go out with next week on a date, her too. Your girl that you got with, her too. You think that your girl that you got with now, the girl that you're with, your girlfriend, you think that your girlfriend hasn't had a few dicks up in her? It doesn't matter if it's been a few months before, that it hasn't happened. Unless you meet a chick that's a virgin, that's never been touched, your girl has been touched, and she is probably getting touched more as you are listening to this goddamn video. But see, the problem is you're going to have dudes who are naive, that's not going to think about, that's going to think it's bullshit. They're going to be like, oh, Mrs. Lucari, that's just you and that's your perception. And that's no, I'm telling you from not only my experience fucking these chicks who had boyfriends and husbands and fiancés, I got a crew of dudes that I used to roll with. You understand? That do the same shit. Shit that you wouldn't believe. This, there's certain. I'm gonna have to do some stories. I'm gonna I'm gonna put out a few stories of shit that I've been through, that I've witnessed. Like, and the shit will blow your fucking mind. And I'm very careful about how I, putting out this information about how some of these women get down, or I should say most of these women get down, because it's like some of y'all can't handle this at this point, because your head will fucking explode. You understand? So, you just got to understand that aspect of the game. See, when it comes to open relationships, especially with, I could say for me personally, the way I look at life and the way I look at love and the way I look at relationships, I look at love as love being freedom. So I look at it as, I know how I am. I know what I want. And what I want is to be free. So what happens is that I see myself in other people. I know what other people are going through. This is why, when I'm doing what I'm doing, I can connect to so much people, because they can relate to the shit that I'm saying. And the reason why they can relate is because they're going through the same shit I'm going through, and I'm going through the same shit they're going through. You understand? So all the shit that you guys are going through, I've been through that. I'm going through that. So I understand. Right? And the reason why you can relate to me is because it's a back and forth thing. You understand? We relate because we are going through the same shit. We're going through the same life. We understand these things. So what happens is that, I look at relationships and I look at love and everything else as freedom and openness. So since I know that at some point I'm going to see a woman that I'm attracted to, that I might want to spend time with, what makes me think that my, quote unquote, my wife wouldn't feel the same way? Think about that. Right? But see, our egos and our sense of well-being a lot of times come from, us thinking that, hey, we might need to, get in a situation where we have this person here who's only supposed to be with us. And if they look, touch, smell, taste some other motherfucker, then it's a wrap. How could you do this to me? This is messed up, and I thought you loved me, and, you're cheating on me, and all this other stuff. You understand? There's a reason why the divorce rate is so high. There's a reason why so many people are cheating. Why do you think so many people cheat? People are cheating because they want to be free. They want to be free to do their thing. This is why I tell people, when a person cheats on you, it's not personal. If your girl cheats on you, it's not personal. If a guy cheats on his woman, it's not personal. See, if a guy cheats on his girl, the girl thinks that it's something she did wrong. Right? She thinks it's because she's not attractive anymore. Even if that guy said, if I said, why you cheated on your girl? Oh, I cheated on her because my girl is fat and I don't like how she look anymore. Even if he said that, it's still not about her. It's about his perception of the girl. He feels she's fat, therefore he's cheating. Right? Because another guy could see her and like her how she is, think she looks good, and want to fuck with her like that. So it's not because she's fat, he's cheating. She's not making him cheat. He's cheating because he wants to, based off the perception of the situation he has with his girl. You understand? So, it's a lot of shit, man. It's a lot of shit. But, this video's going on way too long. I just wanted to, let you guys understand what's going on when it comes to this whole monogamy, open relationship thing. And at the end of the day, you got to do you. You got to do the thing that you want to do when it comes to you interacting in your relationships, and you got to figure out exactly what you want and make that happen. All right, so that's pretty much it. Guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy-to-follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.